Hey, welcome. It is so easy to get tangled up in workplace policies and procedures, right? But today, we are going to go way beyond all the technical stuff to find out where the real value is. And spoiler alert, it's in the human connection. So let's get into it. I want you to really think about this for a second. Some kind of crisis hits, maybe a big conflict, a serious complaint. What is that gut reaction? That immediate, almost automatic thing that leadership or HR does? Just hold that thought, because that very first impulse is exactly what we need to talk about.
That first impulse, it often leads us directly into what I like to call the obvious trap. Yeah, it feels like you're doing something, it feels safe, but honestly, it's the place where progress and human support just grinds to a halt. So what exactly is this trap? Well, it's our habit of grabbing the first answer we can find and just stopping there. We check a box and think, okay, problem solved. But we've mistaken an answer for the right answer, or even the most valuable one.
And here's what that looks like in the real world. I bet this list looks familiar. An issue pops up and boom, it's let's review the policy, call legal, we need more training. These are the standard plays in the playbook, right? And look, they're important, but they're all about the technicalities, not the people. And that right there is the whole point. Because in any serious workplace situation, there's always a moment where just checking the boxes and following procedure, it just isn't going to cut it. It's not enough to fix what's really broken. This chart just lays it out so clearly. On one side, you've got the technical focus. It's all about protecting the company, managing liability. But on the other side, that's the human focus. It's about supporting your people, addressing the harm that was actually done, and making the employee experience better. One's about defense, the other is about care. They're worlds apart. Come on, let's be real for a minute. If something happens that causes genuine pain or shatters trust at work, is the answer really to say, hey everyone, just hang tight, I'm going to go write a new section for the employee handbook? Of course not. A piece of paper can't mend a broken relationship. It can't restore faith. So when we get stuck in that obvious trap, that technical-only mindset, we are completely missing the most important piece of the puzzle, the human dimension. This quote just nails it. All these technical moves, they might seem necessary on paper from a legal perspective, but they add zero value to the actual human beings who show up every day and make your company run. They offer no comfort, no support, no care. So what gets lost in the shuffle? Well, basically everything that makes work work. Compassion, the employee experience, that feeling that someone, anyone, actually has your back. When we focus only on the procedure, we totally ignore the emotional reality of a crisis, and we leave our people feeling completely alone. Okay, so how do we climb out of this trap? It really starts with a shift in how we see things. We have to start seeing those obvious technical tasks not as the solution, but as just the very, very beginning of work. This right here is the key. This is the big mind shift. Knowing the law, having the right policy, doing the training, that is not the finish line. That is just the starting point. It's the bare minimum. The real work, the stuff that adds value, happens after all those boxes are checked.
Think of it like this, okay? Step one is your foundation, policies, laws, procedures. We get it, it's important. But step two, that's where you actually build the house. That is the real work of empathy, support, and real human connection. You can't have a house without a foundation. Sure, but a foundation by itself is not a home.
So, let's get practical. How do we move beyond that starting point? How do we, as leaders, as professionals, start adding that real, tangible human value that people can actually feel? It really starts by using our brains, applying critical thought instead of just following a script. It means looking past the narrow, legalistic view of a problem to find the deeper lesson. And this is the big one. It means taking what you learn and using it right away to support your people and show them, through your actions, that you actually genuinely care. So if you take one thing away, let it be this. Real value isn't created when you perfect a policy. It's created in those moments where we choose to address the fundamental human needs for safety, for compassion, for understanding, the things that a technical solution can never, ever touch. And that kind of leaves us with one last question to think about. I want you to look at your own job, your own company. Are you spending your days just managing compliance, just checking boxes? Or are you actively and intentionally building a community? Because that answer, that makes all the difference in the world.